Hey guys, 170 out here. Yeah. I'm tired. If I give you a close-up, as I'm not going to, you would see that literally, like, I've got black bags and everything around my eyes. I'm that tired. I'm also highly stressed. Work has not been great this week for various reasons. Boss is away. One of the guys is away. New systems. Things not working that should be. Nobody knowing what's really going on with the things that aren't working. Lots of people asking me questions. Me not really knowing what's going on because I can't get any information out of the people that should know what's going on. So yeah, it's been a rough week work-wise. I will say this, I'm really glad I took Noe's advice and took the weekend off from social media and everything to just unwind and just focus on things that matter, which in this particular case was Sarah. So we spent all weekend, we did nothing but lounge around and play Lego City Undercover, but it was just nice just to spend time with her without having to be constantly checking emails and everything like that. So thank you very much for that, Noe. I'm glad you suggested it. So speaking of things that matter, I'm going to dive straight into what I want to talk about, because it's something that comes up a lot. It's something that's come up recently in my Twitter feed today and in a couple of Facebook groups, and something that directly affected me, both negatively and positively. And that's the subject of numbers. In particular, do they matter? Particularly, and when I say numbers, I'm not talking about just normal numbers like, matrix code numbers. I'm talking like your streaming numbers, so your number of followers, your viewers, your subs, your statistics basically, and how we react when they're not as high as we'd want them to be. So let me give you both the negative and positive aspects of how it impacted me this week, and then I'll go into talking about it a little bit more. So Monday I was doing a DJ set. I was doing some hard house, and the set itself, once I got going, was great. I love mixing that sort of stuff. I can do really long sort of transitions from one track to the other, because the way hard dance music, especially, is produced and put together by the artist, it's got very long intros, very long outros, and therefore I can do really long transitions using those. Which is great. I love doing long mixes and long transitions, but the problem is it took about 6 or 7 attempts to actually get the stream live, because I just couldn't get it connected to Tune. And then my microphone all went wrong, so I wasn't really able to talk, and I had a bad day at work. So this is not me making excuses, even though I guess it kind of is. I'm just sort of setting the sort of state of mind I was in. And about half hour into the set, I happened to glance, because I keep glancing at chat, and I was seeing that there wasn't any chat, which is fine. I'm used to that. And I can't always chat when I'm mixing, especially when I'm doing that kind of mixing where literally I'm finishing transition into one track, and I'm literally straight into prepping up, because literally about a minute to a minute and a half later, I'm about to start the transition to the next track. So I don't always have time to chat. But I happened to glance up at the viewer count, and there wasn't anyone watching. Now, it hurt. I'll be honest. It hurt. Actually, I don't know if "hurt's" the right word. I felt hurt. I don't know if I was hurt. I don't know if I was felt. I don't know why. If I was hurt, why I felt hurt. For a reason I'm going to come on to in a second. But it did dent my confidence quite a lot. And I carried on with the set. But usually what happens on a Monday is I'll finish off a DJ set and then have a half-hour break to reset everything, get everything ready for the mixer stream, unwind, etc. to do a game stream, as I said, on Mixer. I cancelled the Mixer stream. Now, partly because it was so warm in here, my room was boiling me alive, but also because I had no confidence. The confidence had just been shot to pieces. I couldn't handle the possibility of doing a stream and just have no one watch again. Now, I know I'm not a big streamer. I use most of the times I don't have people watching, or I have one or two people only. See, I said only one or two. I'm gonna come back onto this word only, because as I said, what's been put on Twitter has actually got me thinking about how I look at these things. But yeah, it not my confidence. It did, I'll be honest. And now, this is where the people say, the numbers don't matter. In that regard, I think the phrase would have been used as a self-defense mechanism, because if they don't matter, then it doesn't matter if no one's watching you. But if it does matter, if the figures matter to you, it's gonna affect you when you basically you don't have any figures. But in that regard, it does matter, as I said, because it impacted me. And ultimately, this is why we do these streams. We want to entertain people. It's like, it'd be very much like going out on stage and seeing a half empty auditorium. You keep going. You do your set. You do your performance. But it is in the back. It is going to be a bit demoralising. Now, let me just make one thing very, very clear. No viewer, follower, subscriber, supporter, fan, however you want to put it, is under any obligation to go into anybody's stream. They're just not. Nobody was obligated to come and watch my DJ stream on Monday. No one was. So me getting hurt that no one did, it's like, why am I hurt? No one's obligated. No one said they're gonna come and then didn't. Even if they did say that they would come up and didn't, plans change. It happens. Then you could say, well, if you've arranged to go out with someone and then they cancel, and maybe on that regard, the analogy doesn't quite work. But no one's under any obligation. It's not like we sign a legally binding contract that says when you hit that follow button, you must come into every stream I do. In the same way, streamers have no obligations to do anything for, followers and subscribers. We don't owe you anything. In the same way, you don't owe us anything. But it was my reaction to it that was interesting. Now, what was it? What thing I didn't get was angry. I wasn't angry at anybody. I just got down, sort of hurt. And the opposite side of that was on Tuesday and Wednesday. I did have a couple of people come into my stream, and they were chatting, and I was playing really fun games. On Tuesday I was playing like Monster Trucks, and I literally my inner 4-year-old was coming out and I was making truck noises all stream basically. Really, really fun. And the fact that I had someone watching did lift that enjoyment. It was great. I was sharing that enjoyment with somebody. And again on Wednesday when I was playing Insane Robots, I had a couple of people in my stream again. I was having a lot of fun. I was playing with the developers because I played with them the week before, got beat 3-0, so there was a whole thing going on, It's a fake rivalry, and it was a fake rivalry. I was, so I'm going to avenge my 3-0 defeat. It's like, nah, but I wanted to at least get a couple of wins, which I did. But again, having people in the stream did raise the enjoyment. Am I then going to say that the numbers then don't matter? Because to me, I don't think it can be a case of, well, they don't matter if you don't get anybody, but they do matter if you do get someone. Either they matter or they don't. Maybe that's too black and white. the way of looking at it. But in my mind at the moment, that's how I look at it. Either they matter or they don't. They don't matter in one. It's not a case of, well, they don't matter in this circumstance, but they matter in that circumstance. No, it doesn't work like that. Another aspect to sort of look into this, and this was something that I saw on Twitter, was that this use of the word only. Now, I'm not going to name them because that would be wrong. But they were talking about how, and this is actually what sparked this whole thing in my head about me wanting to talk about it, was that they were talking about the numbers matter to them in various ways. And then they were talking about they were getting only 13 viewers. Now, I'll be honest, my immediate reaction in my mind was, what do you mean only 13 viewers? I would freaking love for 13 people to come into my stream. You know, it's like, you're complaining that you're getting people, this, you know. But actually, when you read the context of it, that, you know, this streamer was getting 40, 50 people a stream. You know, they've dedicated everything to it. It's their passion. It's, you know, how they, you know, what they want their career to be. You go for 40, 50 viewers and you're down to 10. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt again. Like myself, that's gonna hurt your confidence. It's obviously gonna impact the revenue. Now, I'm in a fortunate position where I have a full-time job that, you know, pays the bills. So if I don't get any money from my streams, I'm not facing losing the roof over my head, or I'm not facing having to decide whether I'm going to eat that night. It's not my livelihood, but it is theirs, you know. So in that regard, like, obviously the numbers matter. They certainly matter to companies. You know, if companies are looking to do, you know, have got some project, have got, you know, something coming up that they want a streamer or a host or a cosplayer, or, you know, they want someone with the talents that you've got on board, they're going to look at your numbers. They're going to look at your followers. They're going to look at the number of views you've had. They're going to look at how many people you get in a stream. Because if they're going to pay money, they're going to want to reach as many people as they can. So they're going to go for the people with the biggest numbers. So again, in that regard, the numbers matter. The numbers matter. Now, what I think actually matters more is how you react to it. Because what happens all too often is that lower viewer numbers, or lower viewer numbers than what you were used to, all too often people will use that as a stick to beat you with. And again, the self-defense mechanisms in you are going to say, well, the numbers don't matter. They're beating you with, if they're beating you with something that doesn't matter, it's, you know, it doesn't hurt you. But if it does matter, and that's the thing, we're human. Things matter to us, and the things that matter to us hurt more when they go wrong. We're not robots, you know? Except I'm tired and stressed of something that's going on at work. I have no control of the stuff that's going on at work. I'm just doing the best that I can. And there's nothing I can do about what's causing me the stress. But that doesn't mean I can just go, okay, right, not stressed. It doesn't work like that. It's unhealthy to work like that. But the other thing as well, then, it's not just about what matters in terms of how you react to what people do with it, but how you react to your own numbers. Because a lot of the times I see people actually complaining, and I mean not in the way of saying, okay, you know, this is affecting my livelihood, this is affecting my confidence, just out and out whinging about the fact that they don't have many people watching their streams. Saying, you know, oh, what have I got to do to get viewers in? Maybe I've got to go topless. You know, I saw one guy even post a picture of a skeleton covered in dust with the caption, "Me waiting for viewers." Yeah, that's going to result in one thing, and that's, well, for me personally, me never going to your stream ever. And if I've been in your stream before, it means I'll never go to your stream again. Yeah, and if I feel like that, if that's my reaction, that's probably going to be other people's reaction as well. Again, no one's under any obligation to come to your stream. So whinging about it, particularly in that manner, forget it. No, I'm not going to be interested in watching the stream. And again, companies as well. You know, it may be a private group that you're putting this in, but if you're putting this in a private group, you know, you might be putting this, you know, because I post the same thing in more than one place. Yeah. What I put in a private group, I usually put in other places that are very public. It's just how I am. And chances are you're probably going to be putting them. You're whinging about it in a private group. You may end up whinging about it in something that's not so private. And companies, you know, little thing called Google. You know, if they're looking you up and they suddenly find this link to this person, oh hello, this so and so's whinging. Nah, it's not the kind of person we want to work with. So, sort of thinking about it, the numbers do matter because the numbers are not numbers, the numbers are people. If you think about it, followers are not a number, it's not a number count. That's how many people have clicked follow on your stream. Your viewer count, that's how many people have chosen to come to your stream. Right, they may have found it by accident. Maybe they went for a night on the town and they've stumbled in drunk at 2 in the morning. Doesn't matter, they've arrived at your stream. They're watching your stream. Those numbers are people. So, from that regard, they absolutely matter. What I actually think matters more is how we react to those numbers. And sometimes it's going to affect us negatively. But that's our responsibility. That's the responsibility as a streamer. How we react to it. I lost all confidence on Monday. And my reaction was to cancel Monday Mixer stream. That was my reaction to it. You wouldn't have known that any of this happened, except for now, because I'm now talking about it. Yeah, I very much think going on a rant, bordering on attacking people for not following you and not watching your streams, that is a bad way to go. But yeah, I'm not going to say that my way was the best way. I'm not even going to say that the Twitter posts that I read. I'm not going to say whether that was good or bad. I will say that I can absolutely see where they are coming from. You know, at the end of the day, streamers are human beings. We have feelings, we have passions, and let's be blunt about it, we have egos. You know? And it's just about how we react to it. So, to get definitive, do numbers matter? Yeah. Yeah, they matter. Maybe it's just in what way they matter to you. Why do they matter? Perhaps the question, maybe that's the question. Maybe the question isn't, do the numbers matter to you? The question is, how do the numbers matter to you? Why do the numbers matter to you? And yeah, they matter. They matter. But nobody, as I said, I want to reiterate this because I don't want there to be any confusion about this. Nobody has any obligation to do anything with your stream. Nobody came to listen to my DJ stream. You know what? At the end of the day, fair enough. It's the way it went. It's the way it went. Tuesdays and Wednesdays mixer streams, I had people coming to my chat. It's brilliant. I loved it. It's the way those streams went. I was down on Monday. I was up on Tuesday, Wednesday. So, here's a question for you. How And why do your streamer numbers matter to you? But there we go. I have no idea how long I've been recording for. All I do know is that XSplit is telling me that it's encoded 73,000 frames. I have no idea what that equates to in time. I forgot to check what time I started. I have got the oven on. I should probably go and turn that. I should probably go and put the food in now. But I just wanted to get that out. So let me know what you thought. There's probably a lot. Maybe there's some in there you agreed with. Maybe there's a lot in there you disagreed with. Maybe you just disagreed with everything and you think I'm talking absolute nonsense. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna go. There will be no stream Friday, which is probably the day that you're watching this. But I will be streaming long streams between now and Wednesday, like Saturday and Sunday all day, Monday pretty much most of the day and into the night. Tuesday, which is my birthday, don't forget it's my birthday. No, I'm joking. I'll be streaming to about 6 from about 10 o'clock to like 6 o'clock. Wednesday again, I'll be like a stream all the way through, like again, like all day and potentially into the night. Thursday will be a short stream because Thursday Sarah and I are going away, so I don't know whether there will be a vlog yet because there's like no mobile signal, no internet. So I either record it Thursday morning or I'll record it when I get back on Monday, or there might just not be a vlog. I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. I hope that made sense. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Let me know what your thoughts are. And yes, I have a pink cup. And shout out to Neo. See you guys later.